Hello, I am Isaac Martin.
And I'm Jared Weber, and we're here to talk to you guys today about how we think we can improve the business of ProMark.
So, the approach that ProMark has taken in the past, such as a uniform advertising campaign for a one size fits all pen, has worked fairly well for the company. But we think that we have some very, very effective new techniques that the company can use to increase its sales in the future. And now, this includes things such as taking advantage of e-commerce and the way business is done in the modern world, and also taking advantage of certain demographics and certain businesses and people that we can specifically target through advertising to make our advertising much more efficient. And then also we can use the things such as getting data for research to improve our to improve our to improve our research and improve our sales, and that will hopefully build us constructive criticism from our customers over time.
And then we can also focus on things like consumer behavior because that can affect all that. And we can also go to diversifying our company by introducing new products other than pens. But we'll get into that later.
So the first thing that ProMark can do is they can take advantage of e-commerce or business done over the internet. So the first thing that ProMark can do to take advantage of e-commerce is by investing in online advertising. So now online advertising is becoming much more efficient nowadays because people are spending more and more time on their electronic devices. Now, whether that be on their cell phone or on their computer, laptop, tablet, whatever it may be, they're spending more time on those devices and spending less time looking at billboards or on street signs. So investing more so in online advertising rather than concrete advertising will be a much more efficient and much better use of ProMark's money. So now the second thing that ProMark can do to take advantage of e-commerce is by opening their own online store. So if a customer perhaps clicks on an online advertisement, and then they can be taken directly to the store. And now at the store, on the online store, it is much more convenient for them to shop from the safety of their own home rather than going out. And now this convenience makes customers much more motivated to buy, and it's going to make them buy more often, and buy again and again.
So something else to focus on is consumer behavior. It's a very important aspect to look at when you're analyzing what consumers do. So this can range from things like shoplifting or suing the company for liabilities. So thankfully, with the company we have here, we don't think there's going to be that much of a risk with you just being a pencil making company or pen making company. But we would, however, recommend that you hire medical professional or just take medical professionals and ask them to approve of the products.
So another thing that ProMark company can do to improve their company is they can focus on key demographics. Now, some of these key demographics are, say, teachers or kids or parents. Now, teachers might want more pens because they, of course, need to do things like grade papers. And then kids might need more pens to do things such as take notes, do, say, an art project. And then if a kid needs a pen for school, a parent is going to go buy one. And say if a parent's already buying one pen, they might buy another for themselves while they're at it. So that is one strategy that ProMark company can use to hopefully expand their sales. And now another key demographic that ProMark can take advantage of is other businesses, such as schools or, say, an office building. Now, of course, the schools might need to provide pens for their teachers, or they might need to provide pens for their kids who do not have pens. So that is one thing that ProMark can do. And then, of course, with office buildings, there's a lot of writing, a lot of letters that are written. And, of course, that office buildings will use more pens than a lot of other businesses will. So targeting businesses and schools, and then also targeting teachers, parents, and children would be a much more effective marketing technique than the current uniformity of the current ProMark advertising campaign.
And one more thing to talk about is diversifying your guys' business. So for so many years, you have only been selling pens, but we think expanding to markers and pencils along with those will greatly improve the business. This is because schools are one of the most profitable businesses that you guys have been going over. and they already have things like markers and pencils and pens. So grouping those all together will increase the profits greatly.
So, in conclusion, the things that we have brought for you today are things that we think will greatly benefit the ProMark company, such as taking advantage of e-commerce and taking advantage of diversifying the market, taking advantage of consumer behavior, and making sure that you prevent things like lawsuits down the road. Those are things that we think the ProMark company will greatly benefit from, and we think that those strategies would be much more effective than using their previous uniformity and one-size-fits-all marketing strategy. So we seriously hope that ProMark will heed the advice of myself and Jared, because we think that they would profit greatly off of our ideas.
Thank you.